This is Friedrick by Lionni. My mother used to read this book to me, actually this story. I don't know where my book went, but I'm pretty sure. I bought this one secondhand. All along the meadow, where the cows grazed and the horses ran, there was an old stone wall. In that wall, not far from the barn and the granary, a chatty family of field mice had their home. But the farmers had moved away, and the barn was abandoned, and the granary stood empty. And since winter was not far off, the little mice began to gather corn and nuts and wheat and straw. They all worked day and night, all except Friedrick. "Friedrick, why don't you work?" they asked. "I do work," said Friedrick. "I gather sun rays for the cold, dark winter days." And when they saw Friedrick sitting there staring at the meadow, they said, "And now, Friedrick?" "I gather colors," answered Friedrick simply, "for winter is gray." And once Friedrick seemed half asleep. "Are you dreaming, Friedrick?" they asked reproachfully. But Friedrick said, "Oh no, I am gathering words, for the winter days are long and many, and we'll run out of things to say." The winter days came, and when the first snow fell, the 5 little mice took to their hideout in the stones. In the beginning, there was lots to eat, and the mice told stories of foolish foxes and silly cats. They were a happy family. But little by little, they had nibbled up most of the nuts and berries, and the straw was gone, and the corn was only a memory. It was cold in the wall, and no one felt like chatting. When they remembered what Friedrick had said about the sun rays and colors and words. "What about your supplies, Friedrick?" they asked. "Close your eyes," said Friedrick, and he climbed on a big stone. "Now I send you the rays of the sun. Do you feel how they're golden glow?" And as Friedrick spoke of the sun, the 4 little mice began to feel warmer. Was it Friedrick's voice? Was it magic? And how about the colors, Friedrick? They asked anxiously. Close your eyes again, Friedrick said. And when he told them of the blue periwinkles and the red poppies and the yellow wheat and the green leaves of the berry bush, and they saw the colors as clearly as if they had been painted in their minds. And the words, Friedrick? Friedrick cleared his throat, waited a moment, and then, as if from a stage, he said, Who scatters snowflakes? Who melts the ice? Who spoils the weather? Who makes it nice? Who grows the four-leaf clovers in June? Who dims the daylight? Who lights the moon? 4 little field mice who live in the sky. 4 little field mice like you and I. One is the spring mouse who turns on the showers. Then comes the summer who paints in the flowers. The fall mouse is next with walnuts and wheat, and winter is last with little cold feet. Aren't we lucky the seasons are 4? Think of a year with 1 less or 1 more. And when Friedrick had finished, they all applauded. But Friedrick, they said, you are a poet. Friedrick blushed, took a bow, and said shyly, I know it. That's the end of the book. Those are a lot of Friedricks in there. And the back of the mouse, front of the mouse.